This is something that would only happen in San Diego. Wait, I'm actually crying. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Period. I took my first solo trip as an 18-year-old girl this weekend. I went to San Diego, which was only a 3-hour bus ride from LA, where I go to college at USC. Why solo travel? Over the last year, my passion for travel has been dormant. After moving across the country for college, I no longer wanted to explore new places. Coming to LA was enough for me. But I recently had a conversation with an elderly woman who I considered to be my American grandmother. She told me that I needed to live more, and it really hit me. I'm not tapping into the adventure my youth offers me. When I was in high school, I was filled with wanderlust. Sometimes I would book plane tickets only for my parents to tell me I couldn't go. But now that I'm 18, I don't see what's holding me back. To begin my solo travel journey, I'm starting small. Instead of throwing myself into a foreign country, I'm exploring a new city that's in-state. I love nature and how it brings me closer to my creator, so San Diego was a perfect location. I'm leaving for my bus ride to San Diego in like 14 hours or something, and I'm just doing all my packing. I was a little nervous that I would get cold feet leading up to this trip, but honestly, I'm still very committed. I'm not too stressed about the safety aspect. My clothes have just been washed, so let's move them to the dryer. What is going on? I really wanted to go to SD because it's just so dang beautiful, and I want to see more of God's creation. I want to embrace the beauty in this world. Like, I don't even know if I'm over romanticizing this, but I genuinely feel passionate about it. We'll see if San Diego lives up to its hype. I got my pepper sprays and alarm. Some of my friends were quite nervous for me about traveling alone, especially as a young, kind of short Asian girl. I definitely had nerves going into this trip, but I've never viewed solo travel as this big, scary thing. A ton of my creator friends go on solo trips, but I'm incredibly biased. This is a really common activity online to just go to a new city alone, but in reality, how many people actually do it? Wait, I'm so sad because I forgot my whole bag of snacks that I prepared in my dorm. It's like I literally spent like $20 in snacks, and I'm so mad because I literally bought snacks so that I could save some money while I'm here. I mean, I can buy more snacks in San Diego. Like, I freaking bought like 4 power smoothies. I got some snacks and meals from Starbucks in case I got hungry. The bus is low-key very empty. I have a lot of space for my things. I'm gonna try to complete as much schoolwork as possible on the bus, but once I'm at SD, I can just unwind. After arriving in San Diego, I first checked in at my hostel. I felt really on edge once I arrived in SD because it was already pitch black. I would prefer to travel when the sun is still out, but I unfortunately couldn't take an earlier bus due to my class schedule. But the hostel facilities were quite nice.
Isn't it fun to dance?
After settling in, I headed to Little Italy. Since it's already dark outside, I wanted to go somewhere very populated. Little Italy was amazing. It felt so safe considering there were multiple young families there. The live music and dancing was hippie and fun to watch, and the food was pretty good. These are my favorite journals, and I really want to try this color. I want a dotted one. I got the best gelato. I took a break from exploring and caught up on some club apps and Bible readings in the food court. I get tired lugging a heavy backpack with me everywhere. I keep all important belongings in my backpack. My motto for my first solo trip is trust no one. I watch my back at all times. However, I did ask a man to wash my things for me when I went to the bathroom, so I guess I did trust someone, but I took my phone and wallet to the bathroom with me, just in case he's not trustworthy. I had a successful night, and now I'm heading back to my hostel. This is literally my first trip, so I don't know why I think that I can give solo travel tips, but something I've been trying to do is have a 3-letter acronym: PWB: phone, wallet, backpack. Everywhere I go, I just think, do I have my phone, wallet, backpack? That helps me stay aware and make sure I don't lose my things. This is a new toner that I ordered from Amazon. I think my mom's friend got this for her, so when I was at home over winter break in Massachusetts, I tried it, and I just feel like my skin got a lot better. I'm going to work on my consulting club application. I just feel like when it's dark, I don't feel guilty about doing work, because it's like, what else would I be doing? So I think my plan is, when it's nighttime, do as much work as possible, but when it's daytime, just unplug. So excited that the light is out because I can finally show you guys this hostel. So you can rent those surfboards, and then these are all things that you can take out, which is super nice. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. There are also guitars that you can play, and then there are activities. I'm definitely getting hippie vibes here. I'm literally the youngest person in this hostel. I started the morning off strong with a simple breakfast. I absolutely love early mornings in Southern California where you can see the sun shining through the palm trees. My egg benedict was absolutely bussin' and extremely filling. Post grub, I headed to the Brandy Melville and Pacific Beach. But unfortunately, I'm quite slow and the store wasn't even open yet. But I made the best out of Pacific Beach and walked along the coast. Oh my gosh, there are so many people surfing. I can't even imagine being in the water right now. I tried to rent a bike, but I asked the rental if I could first try out the bike because I have not biked in literally 1 year. And I tried the bike and guys, I literally could not bike. I think I need to relearn how to bike. But genuinely, it would have been so cool if I could rent a bike because I would save money on transportation. And everyone I want to go is less than 2 miles apart from each other, so I totally could have biked. After trying to walk to my next destination but getting lost, I took a lift to Hermosa Surf, a surf shop and cafe. And it's all 'cause of you. There we go again. Their interior was adorable. I wanted to buy everything, but it was super expensive. I got a cute sticker in acai though, and I had a good conversation with the girl working at the cashier. This is so adorable, guys. Baby, can I catch a break? Guess not. And it's much too late to say. This is beautiful! Look at how teal the water is. I know this is not a surprise to most people, but the SD population by the coast is extremely affluent and white. I've always associated my AAPI community as wealthy, so I was surprised to see less representation, but I'm sure that will change in coming years. There are some other more Asian regions in San Diego though. I just can't help but feel so happy here. It's gorgeous. I've never really thought of myself as an ocean or beach girl, but I was in awe of the waves and sun. I connect most with God when I experience the beauty of His creation. This is something that would only happen in San Diego. I was super excited to go to La Jolla Cove. The last time I was in San Diego was brief, and the main attraction I saw was a zoo. When traveling with my family, we tend to go more inland and do the more touristy activities, but that wasn't my goal for this trip. Although La Jolla is quite touristy, the main attraction is its beautiful nature. In the La Jolla neighborhood, I stumbled upon the cutest jewelry store. The jewelry doesn't rust, which is exactly what I've been looking for. I'm so lazy about taking off jewelry before I shower. My cafe break was much needed and it rejuvenated me. The challenge that I'm having with solo travel so far is that It's very hard to be like intuitive with your body and to know how much energy you have. I feel like when I'm traveling with other people, we take breaks more often because I'm more considerate of the other person's energy level. Like, I don't know, when I travel with my grandparents in China, I'm not going to make them like hike a marathon because I'm trying to be considerate to that they need rest. But I think when you're traveling on your own, you want to make the most out of the place that you're going to. I mean, it's definitely a positive thing that I have so much freedom. I can literally just waltz around the city and see as many things as I want to, and I don't need to wait on anyone else. But it becomes a slippery slope when I'm not being intuitive, listening to my body, knowing I need breaks. And I've literally just been like walking up this hill with my North Face backpack, which literally makes me look like I'm a hiker. And it's really heavy because I have all my valuables in there and I didn't want to leave them in the hostel. So yeah, solo travel can be exhausting. And yeah, I just noticed myself being tired and I was like, I need to just go to a cafe and sit down for like at least 45 minutes. Catch up on some work, do some journaling, and the day is still young. So I'm gonna chill at the cafe a little bit, then go Ho Chi Minh Trail. So I'm gonna do a little bit of hiking. I've been trapped in my thoughts all day, so I'm gonna let myself watch some YouTube videos. I feel like I've earned it. I don't know if I should do this trail. I might just go for it. Wait, I'm actually crying. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Guys, should I go paragliding? Here's a reflection I've been having during this trip. I love being in solitude. I'm extremely high on the extroversion scale, so I wasn't expecting to thrive without a companion on this trip. I love being with people, and it gives me energy. I would say traveling alone was draining because you have to constantly be aware of your surroundings and your belongings. Nonetheless, I loved being in my head. I hope this doesn't sound egotistical, but I'm fascinated by the way my brain works. Maybe hiking in clogs wasn't the best idea. Why is this the hardest hike I've ever been on? Like, you're actually kidding me. You're literally kidding me. See, I want to stand there, but I have no guts. Pondering my curiosities as I enjoy this immaculate view didn't necessarily resolve my issues or bring me clarity, but it was a valuable meditative experience. Letting your thoughts go everywhere can be equally as meditative as silencing them. I really wanted to hit up the Brandy Melville and SD. I know Brandy is controversial, but I simply cannot deny the quality and affordability of their pieces. I feel like this is okay to say online. I mean, you guys see me wearing Brandy anyways. Post Brandy, I got the freaking best poke bowl I've ever eaten. I thoroughly enjoyed eating until the hostel started to reek of weed. More on that later. Another day, another set of beautiful views. I wanted to share some odd thoughts I had on this trip. I had this fear that people would think I'm suspicious or dangerous, especially when I was dirty from hiking and prancing the streets alone. Maybe I'm just not used to seeing people travel alone in the wild and I feel weird for it. In retrospect, my delusion seems so silly. Like I said earlier in this video, I exist in this echo chamber where every other person and their mother is a solo traveler. But looking around the streets and being one of the only solo travelers surprised me. I absolutely recommend that if you're solo traveling, bring an iPhone tripod. I will link mine in my description that I have from Amazon. There's this Bluetooth like attachment that when you press this button with the camera on it, it takes photos for you. It's so pretty. I hope you guys know how grateful I am for this trip. Although it's been a budget trip and I haven't spent that much money here, like I would not be able to do this trip without you guys. Like to just even have the resources that you guys support me. Literally sometimes when I buy coffee, I'm literally like, I'm so grateful for my job because like even if it didn't pay me that much, like being able to buy a cup of coffee because you created a video that you love and that the internet at least likes is just so inspiring. To be quite honest, I don't know exactly where I am. I think I didn't pick the best Lyft drop-off station, but I think where I want to go is just a 10-minute walk away. I haven't had just plain old bread in a long time. I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself, like, oh, whenever I'm having carbs, I need to have a lot of protein, fats, be well balanced, but I just love my carbs. After low-key getting exhausted yesterday, I've learned to take cafe breaks. I'm gonna grind out as much schoolwork as possible for like an hour. I can be your shield and cover for the rain. Let you put your head on, tell the pain to go away. But what we got isn't real, yeah, it's fake. Cause you keep getting hurt on your own without me, babe. The timing wasn't on our side when we lost it. Both of us were always trying to be optimistic, but we struggled to find what was meant to be. I feel like both the Japanese Friendship Garden and the Japanese bakery I went to are a perfect combination of things that I can do to prepare for my travel abroad trip to Tokyo in May. This is my very distant, yet at the same time not that distant relative. You guys don't understand how heavy my backpack is because I told you, like, my mentality is literally trust no one. Everything that is not in my backpack, I'm okay with losing. So I'm carrying my laptop, I'm just carrying so many heavy things in my backpack, and I'm constantly walking around with it, so I'm gonna take a bit of a breather. Stay hydrated, y'all. I feel very satisfied with my time in the Japanese Friendship Garden, and now we're headed to some shops in the Seaport Village. I actually really like shopping as part of vacation. I guess I am a material girl. Put your head on, tell the pain to go away. But what we got isn't real, yeah, it's fake. Cause you keep getting hurt on your own without me, babe. The timing wasn't on our side when we lost it. Both of us were always trying to be optimistic, but we struggled to find what was meant to be important. Yeah, we kept getting hurt, tired and exhausted. It costed. What did it cost? Place is specifically like Louisiana type food, which has the best comfort food, and genuinely it's so good. Safety was genuinely a mental battle when the sun would set. Today I made the beginner mistake of going to Gaslamp Quarter alone at night. There are a lot of bars here and no women go alone. I immediately sussed out that it was unsafe here, so I hid in a clothing store and ordered my Lyft. The Lyft took forever to come though, so I just suspiciously took laps around the small store. Although I felt alone as a solo traveler, I really wasn't alone. At my hostel, I met my long-lost YouTube friend, Kaylee. Bumping into her at my hostel was crazy. It must have been fate. We got dinner and reconnected, reminiscing on our YouTube lore. Seeing Kaylee made me feel like this trip had purpose. How is it that two girls from two different states chose the same location and same hostel? Keep in mind, I haven't spoke to Kaylee in 5 years. This is Kaylee's first time in California. So Kaylee, what's been your favorite part of San Diego so far?
My favorite part of San Diego is the 65 degrees, even in January.
Okay, we're gonna enjoy our gelato and keep walking down the street. Later that night, I got into some beef with this woman at my hostel who was smoking inside our dormitory. I won't divulge the details, but let's just say I feel like a stronger woman after that experience. On my last day, I spontaneously met up with my sister's childhood best friend. She has a big girl job in San Diego. It was so nice to see her. We got coffee in the early morning and then she dropped me off at another adorable coffee shop on her way to work. I worked here for a couple hours and then headed to the bus station. Some of you may still have questions about how my parents feel about this trip. Well, my parents are quite cautious, but somehow they let me go on this trip. I think they realized it would be impossible to stop me, but taking their worries into consideration, I gave them updates every few hours concerning what I was doing. Not necessarily because they asked, but I wanted to ease their worries. I hope this video serves as a reminder that you should make your younger self proud, and that it's okay to live. I'm so grateful that my American grandmother reminded me to live.